Yeah, I get it. I'm an actor. Lifetime Network, February 20th, 8 o'clock Central Time. It's true, I'm an actor. But I do believe in being real with you. I believe in being vulnerably honest, as many of you have been, as you've left comments in which I made videos in return to help everybody else. So here it is. I said something last week in a video that no one's called me out on, and I'm amazed by that, but I think it's important. I said something to the effect of that my 20-year high school reunion will be in about a year and a half. And now that I've come to the realization that I'm Norwood 2.5 Vertex, not a strong 3, and not necessarily the guy that's going to go bald, because I was still already this way by age 35, which means I may be a guy who still has some thinning, but still most of my hair most of my life, or at least the next 10 or 15 or 20 years, maybe. Once I had that revelation, which thanks to you guys happened around Christmas time a few weeks ago, once all that happened, I said that at my class reunion, if I want to have a full head of hair, I can have a full head of hair. If I wanted to just buzz off my hair starting in a few months up until the class reunion, that I could, and then I'd grow my hair out. See, that's vanity in me. That's something I speak against on a regular basis, but it's vanity in me, isn't it? For me to say, there's something fun, rewarding, exciting on a completely superficial level that I would say, you know what? I want to show up at my 20th high school reunion at age 38. I will have just turned 38, and I'll be one of the guys that still has arguably a full head of hair. See, the reason is, and I'm saying this out loud so I can challenge myself. My whole message is about not making hair part of your identity if you're balding. That people don't judge you by your hair, they judge you by who you really are, that you're kind, helpful, cool, confident. They judge you on all that stuff. So it puts me in a situation where I'm asking myself, well then Nick, why would you care so much about still being the guy that has a full head of hair at your 20th reunion? Which, by the way, I watched every episode of Dexter, not that I should necessarily promote that show, but to teenagers. But there's an episode where he goes to his 20th high school reunion, and the guy that plays Dexter, I would argue has a head of hair similar to mine, especially when he was making the show. I would argue that he was pushing Norwood 3 and possibly even had a little bit of thinning. So in the episode where he has his 20th high school reunion, I thought, lucky guy, that won't be me. And this was, I don't know, 4 years ago I saw this episode. And that won't be me. I'm not going to be the guy that has that much hair in my 20th high school reunion. No way. Turns out I'm going to be. And turns out there's a selfish, prideful part of me that is happy about that. And that doesn't make me feel good as a YouTube host, because it makes me a hypocrite to a certain degree, doesn't it? While it makes me a non-hypocrite that I'm being honest with you about it, it still makes me a hypocrite to admit that selfishly I win some sort of prize that doesn't exist. That there's a chance at my 20th high school reunion in a year and a half that some other guy who's already been balding will say, Nick, how'd you do that? How'd you keep all your hair? And that shows how, what word should I use? It probably that I still do have a confidence issue somewhere buried under there if I would celebrate secretly, selfishly, privately that I'll have all my hair at my 20th anniversary or 20th high school reunion. I think there's definitely something pathetic about that in me, because that's not who I am. Someone who would celebrate something like that I couldn't really control, while other people are thinking, man, Nick, how'd you do it? How'd you keep all that hair? When in reality, 20 years after high school, the whole focus should be, hey, you have a great wife, you have beautiful children, and man, you're a stay-at-home dad, you're able to do that. You've got to, you know, if there was anything to be envied, it'd be all those things. So why would I even enjoy someone saying, and how'd you keep all your hair? How'd you do that? And then nudge or whatever. I I'm enjoying making this video because I'm so challenged by it. How can we become better people if we're not challenged and if we don't challenge ourselves? I need to explore this more. To a certain degree, I'm a little bit of a hypocrite if I celebrate still having hair at my 20th high school reunion.